My name is Cal Taylor. I'm the e-commerce manager here at VSSL. It's been great working with Pilothouse, and I feel like I just learned more and more how big Pilothouse is. It's bigger than I thought it was when we started working with you guys, and there's so many team members, but everyone's great to work with. So yeah, it's been great. So our biggest frustration with marketing prior to working with Pilothouse was just that the team that we were working with was not being very effective with our dollars. We would give them money and we're hoping for results, and it was always falling short of what we were expecting. And there was a lot of mishaps that would arise that we would have to call out, point out, and just in general, it didn't feel like we had a partner that we were working really closely with in lockstep. It was kind of constantly bringing them up to speed, or even sometimes providing all the assets and everything for them to use. So there wasn't a whole lot of collaboration. Whereas I feel like since we've joined, forces and are working with Pilothouse, it definitely feels like it's just an extension of the VSSL team. So one of the moments where things really clicked and feel like we were working with a completely different agency than we had before was when we started having the Pilothouse team bringing us ideas of creative directions that we'd never really considered. And we're constantly pouring in just new angles, fresh ideas, and having a collaborative team that is really thinking of how can they amplify VSSL without us even prompting them to. So I guess there's just a lot more, there's a lot more just proactive action taking part on the Pilothouse side, and we just really hadn't experienced that before. So it was nice to have a partner that cares, and is wanting to see good results, and the performance is as important to them as it is for us. So. As far as some of the persona work that we worked on with Pilothouse, it was, we had a clear idea of kind of who we're talking to, the overland enthusiasts and the coffee enthusiasts and whatnot. But Pilothouse definitely dug in a little bit deeper, and we're trying to use different kinds of channels to figure out how do we speak to these individuals, because we kind of had our previously, our own preconceived notions of how to reach out and how to contact them. What are we going to speak to in our ad marketing? But I would say that Pilothouse just looked at it from a different angle, and we're using different resources through Quora or Reddit or whatever it takes to figure out how do we target them and how do we get heard and seen by them. So that was kind of the development aspect with them. Right away, I guess under when we started having our account analyzed just on the email side of things, it was very in-depth. We were talking to a few other agencies that were looking into our account as well prior to that we weren't necessarily sold on, and just kind of the thorough breakdown of how our performance of our account was going and where we need to focus on. Everything that brought to us and really honed in on was they're looking at it at a different microscope than we've kind of seen with some of these other agencies. So with that in mind, we kind of assumed, we could probably expect to get that same review depth in our other channels. And that's what we kind of found. And we saw definitely a good upswing on performance on the email side, but then Google and Meta was way different than what we were doing last year, prior to working with Pilothouse. So we've seen ROAS that we've never seen before. We've seen customer engagement that we haven't seen before. So that reaffirmed our thoughts on that. But yeah, just in general, just a really thorough review of our account and performance was kind of the big indicator of, Pilothouse looks at this a little bit differently. It was crazy. Our president of our company he's ecstatic with how well he is seeing that we're able to perform working with Pilothouse on that front. And I mean, we went into last year knowing that there was going to be reductions of ad spend. And so bringing that to the Pilothouse team, I think me and my boss were both a little, kind of leery of like, how well are they going to really be able to do if we're like reeling back this much on kind of their resources? But they blew it out of the water. And all I was thinking was like, man, I wonder what it would have been like if we'd been working with them a year prior and they had all that more ad spend. But yeah, just the way that they've been able to bring on such an immense amount of growth from the revenue side and just engagement, conversion rate, everything, with a limited amount of ad spend to that reduction was pretty amazing. And it's just brought a lot of peace to our leadership team that like, okay, we were working with the right partners. I would say some of the surprises as far as, I guess, kind of what really performed was some of the different creative ideas that they brought, because I mean, like I remember when we were going into like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or any of those sale periods, and sometimes it was just like our product with like big, text behind it, like on sale. I was like, is this really going to engage? And it would be like stuff like that I would have thought like, that's way too simple. Like that's not going to, but I guess that was kind of the biggest surprise, was being able to see from a week to week aspect of like what is working, what is the plan going ahead, or what's the upcoming plan for the next sale, that they can bring learnings from our past and like, well, this performed the best from the last time and that's what we're going to implement. And I guess that was it was just surprising at how dialed going into a new sale, them taking learnings from a past sale were. Some of the angles that did end up working, it kind of surprised me sometimes. There were some times where there was creative that was frustratingly not as engaging as I would hope for. There was some where it was beautiful, it was really cool, and I'm like, this is surely going to get a crazy ROAS, and it just doesn't. So I guess the willingness from the Pilothouse team to do that exploration and investigation has brought like a lot of learnings forward for us to glean some understanding from. I mean, I would say that the Pilothouse approach is detail oriented. It's not random wild guesses. It's not just a shot in the barrel. It's always taking learnings from even other brands within the industry or the same space that they've worked with, and bringing that and applying it to this brand so that they can have assurance that it's not going to be random. It's working with a team that is taking careful consideration of that brand's dollars and making sure that they will get it back and more. And that's why I've ran into other people. I've gone to marketing events where I've talked to other brands that have heard that we work with Pilothouse and have asked me about it, and I've had nothing but good things to say, because it really has been, there's no aspect where Pilothouse has fallen short. I mean, even just the communication front. I mean, I feel like anybody in any of the channels that I need to reach out to, I get a response fast. And if they're not available, they make sure that somebody is. So I guess it's been surprising in general just how consistently supported through every activation. We've always been with Pilothouse. It's not like I reach out and I don't hear back for a day or two. It's been a real relief to have Pilothouse as a partner to work with. And I mean, sometimes we come back with some pretty, I feel like sometimes we come with some pretty big asks or some really tight deadlines, and Pilothouse always delivers, and they're not afraid to just jump in and support us on whatever questions it might be coming from the leadership team or, the president or the founder. So just in general, I've worked with a lot of agencies over the past several years, but I've never worked with one where it really felt like it was just another part of our own internal team, So I'd say that that's the biggest part that sets Pilothouse aside from any other agency that I've known to work with. So, yeah, I feel like we're privileged to be able to be an account under Pilothouse, and I look forward to whatever else we can complete in the future together.